Hi guys, welcome back to another bite-sized video on drumhead.com. I'm Rich and today I'm going to let you into a little secret. It's got to stay between us, but it's a little secret that all drummers should really know, but a lot of people don't. Okay, and that's about how you're holding the stick and how you're playing. Okay, so the one thing that I see a lot of the time in private lessons, and people that have been playing for 20, 30 years come in because they've got a little bit of an issue and they don't feel comfortable, is that the grip is all at the front of the hand. So this is their fulcrum. Okay, so now you can see straight away here, all of this muscle here, which is, you know, more pronounced in drummers because it's a muscle that we work out all the time, is massively popped out of my hand. Meaning that then all this up here is all tense as well. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do with you now, I'm going to try and convince you that you should move the grip back in your hand. Okay, now it's the secret weapon. It's the one thing that I learned many, many years ago from, you know, studying some of the great drummers and studying with Dom Famularo. You know, I learnt that the grip is the most important part to interact. You know, at the end of the day, we've got our drums and our pad, we've got our arms. The only thing that's in between those is this. Okay, and the majority of people can do this, but when they do this, they can't play it as fast. And that is because of the way that we're interacting with what is effectively a piece of wood in your hand, which is striking the drum. Okay, so I'm going to show you this little method that we can use to get more out of your grip. At the moment, we've got this grip. Yeah, so a lot of people play with the index finger under, and that's the fulcrum. Okay, the first thing we're going to try and do is move that back to the middle finger. Okay, so now we've got that pivot point on the middle finger. And then what we're going to try and do is we're going to put the back fingers underneath, and we're going to take off completely at the moment. And again, a little bit controversial. People are going to think, wow, what are you doing that for? Stick with it. You'll understand soon. Okay, we're going to take off the front of the stick altogether, the thumb and the finger. Okay, so now all the weight is completely from the middle finger backwards. Now what you might find with it is that as we've moved the weight back, you may feel like you're a little bit too far back on the stick, so we can move up a little bit to balance it back up again. Okay, so your grip may actually move that way, even though we're actually putting the weight of it at the back of your hand. Okay, and then what I want you to try, give this a try. So we're now at the back of the hand. The thumb and the index finger are doing nothing. Now what you'll feel is that the stick's starting to do all of the work. So I'm not doing anything at all there. I'm literally letting the stick do absolutely everything. Now you might find again something which happens quite a lot is that we start to slip. Okay, no stress, don't worry about that at all. It's until you get used to it, you might find that it ends up here or back down here. Don't worry about that at all, you'll soon get used to it. So now we're here again, same with the left. And both hands, keeping everything nice and relaxed, and you should see that the stick height is exactly the same. Okay, so now look how much movement there is there. Yeah, I'm still not gripping, I'm still not squeezing at the back. You know, if I do this, and then I can, without moving anything in this hand, I can pull that out straight away without doing anything, like it just moves freely. Okay, so I'm still not gripping, I've just moved the focus point and the pressure of the stick backwards a little bit. Okay, so that's the first thing to have a look at. It may take you a little bit of time, but that's absolutely fine. You know, it may feel really strange. Again, fine, doesn't matter. Okay, just stick with it, because honestly, I can almost guarantee that it's going to make a massive, massive difference to your playing. Okay, so now we're here. What we're going to try and do now is we're going to put the thumb back on. Right, now the thumb is literally just touching the stick. There is no pressure there. We're not squeezing. The thumb's just touching the stick. Now actually, if you could see that, there's actually potentially a little bit of airspace in there from time to time. Okay? Inside of here, when the stick's moving, the stick's now moving quite freely. Okay? So now we go off, thumb on. Notice how the index finger's not doing anything. It's in exactly the same place as it was before. It doesn't need to be wrapped underneath here, because all that happens is all these muscles here pop out, giving us that tension. Doesn't change anything. So now we go off, on, off, on. If you can get to that point without it changing the sound dramatically, it's going to change it a little bit, then you've probably got it. The thumb's there to stop the stick moving this way. Okay, so if the thumb's off altogether, the stick's got more potential to go round and round in circles and move from side to side. Okay, so the thumb stops that. The grip really is now here. So back on the thumb and the index finger, although there's very little pressure there, and then the weight of the stick is kind of here. Okay, now that's the little secret. Okay, that if you can try it, it should make a massive, massive difference to your playing. Okay, if you look at the hand, I can play in that way. Now with a slight change, not from the wrist, now I can play, put the molar in there. The hand hasn't changed. I can also go to fingers. The hand's not moved. So wrist, molar, fingers. The hand's still in exactly the same place as it was before. The fingers are still in the same place because pretty much everything now is coming from the back of that hand. Okay? It also enables you, when people play louder, let's say we get that big backbeat, okay? What we tend to do is grip the stick quite tight. And I can feel that up here now. Okay? If you move that weight back, it gives the stick more movement at the front, and the power is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah? And I'm not really doing anything because the weight's at the back. Okay? If you can do it, it's going to change the way that you play. Okay? Anybody that has any pains or tension or thinks that I can't play fast enough, I can't do this, I can't do that, yeah, give it a try. Give it a try, work on it slowly. And again, like we've said the last few times, interact with us. If you're struggling with it, let us know. Get in the comments, post your videos of you practicing it so we can give you some constructive criticism and help and tips and tricks to make sure that it works. It could be that you've just ended up a little bit too far back and you just need to move up the stick a bit to get that balance point back. Yeah? But that is my secret weapon for the way that I can get way more speed out of my playing with actually much, much, much less effort. So there it is, chaps. Moving the grip back a little bit, but the hand kind of stays where it is. It's the feeling that the pressure of the stick has actually moved backwards a little bit. Okay, take your time, work on it, have fun, enjoy, and we'll see you next time.